UK pledges £2 billion in military aid to Ukraine, a strategic shift in Western support. The United Kingdom has announced a significant escalation in its military support for Ukraine, pledging £2 billion in aid to bolster the nation's defenses against Russian aggression. This commitment, one of the largest single pledges of military assistance from any European nation, underscores Britain's unwavering support for Ukraine amid an ongoing and brutal war. Since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, the UK has been one of Kyiv's staunchest allies, providing extensive military, economic, and humanitarian assistance. This latest announcement reaffirms Britain's leading role in supporting Ukraine's fight for sovereignty and stability. The commitment comes at a crucial moment when Ukraine is facing increased military pressure, particularly in the eastern and southern regions. Russian forces have intensified their attacks on Ukrainian positions, targeting key infrastructure and advancing in strategically significant areas. The UK's decision to pledge additional aid reflects both an acknowledgement of Ukraine's urgent needs and a broader geopolitical strategy to counter Russian influence in Europe. While specific details of the aid package are still emerging, reports indicate that the £2 billion pledge will focus on several key areas. Advanced weapons systems. The UK is expected to provide long-range missiles, precision-guided munitions, and additional air defense systems to help Ukraine defend against Russian missile and drone attacks. Armored vehicles and artillery. Ukraine will receive a fresh supply of armored vehicles, tanks, and heavy artillery, which are essential for both defensive and offensive operations on the battlefield. Training and logistics support. British military trainers will continue working with Ukrainian forces, enhancing their operational capabilities and strategic planning. Cyber warfare and intelligence support. Given the increasing role of cyber warfare in modern conflicts, the aid package will likely include funding and expertise to bolster Ukraine's cyber defenses and intelligence gathering capabilities. The UK's pledge is not just about military hardware, it is a clear geopolitical statement. Britain has consistently positioned itself as a key supporter of Ukraine, and this latest move signals its long-term commitment to the country's defense and sovereignty. Several key implications arise from this decision. The pledge aligns with NATO's broader strategy of containing Russian aggression. By significantly increasing military aid to Ukraine, the UK is reinforcing NATO's collective deterrence posture. This move sends a strong message to Moscow that Western allies remain united in their support for Ukraine. The UK's commitment is likely to influence other NATO and EU nations to enhance their support for Ukraine. Countries like Germany, France, and the United States have provided substantial aid, but Britain's latest pledge could set a precedent for additional assistance. Domestically, the pledge reflects the UK government's commitment to standing firm against Russian aggression. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and his government have repeatedly emphasized the importance of defending democracy and upholding international law. However, the substantial financial commitment may also draw scrutiny amid domestic economic challenges. While the £2 billion aid package is a crucial step in supporting Ukraine, it is not without challenges. Several logistical and economic considerations must be addressed to ensure the aid is effectively utilized. The UK must coordinate with defense contractors and military suppliers to ensure timely production and delivery of advanced weaponry. Delays in procurement and transportation could impact Ukraine's battlefield effectiveness. Committing £2 billion to military aid requires financial adjustments within the UK's defense and foreign aid budgets. Policymakers must balance domestic spending priorities while ensuring continued support for Ukraine. Increasing military aid to Ukraine could provoke a reaction from Russia. The UK, along with NATO allies, must carefully navigate the balance between supporting Ukraine and avoiding a direct military confrontation with Russia. Ukraine's response and battlefield impact. Ukrainian officials have welcomed the UK's pledge, emphasizing its critical role in sustaining the country's defensive and counter-offensive operations. President Volodymyr Zelensky has consistently called for increased Western support, highlighting the importance of advanced weaponry and air defense systems in repelling Russian attacks. On the battlefield, the influx of British military aid is expected to have a tangible impact. Enhanced air defense capabilities will help Ukraine protect critical infrastructure from Russian missile strikes. Additional armored vehicles and artillery will strengthen Ukraine's ability to hold defensive lines and launch counter-offensives in key regions. The road ahead. The UK's £2 billion military aid pledge marks a significant moment in the ongoing war. It reflects a long-term commitment to Ukraine's defense and sovereignty while reinforcing NATO's collective stance against Russian aggression. Moving forward, several factors will shape the effectiveness of this aid. Ensuring that military assistance aligns with Ukraine's most pressing needs. Maintaining public and political backing for continued assistance to Ukraine. Adapting to battlefield developments. Remaining flexible in adjusting aid based on the evolving nature of the conflict. As the war continues, Britain's steadfast support underscores a broader Western resolve to stand with Ukraine. The £2 billion pledge is more than just a financial commitment, it is a strategic move to help shape the future of European security and deter future acts of aggression. The UK's latest military aid package to Ukraine represents a decisive and strategic escalation in Western support. As Ukraine continues to defend itself against Russian aggression, this pledge reinforces Britain's commitment to ensuring Ukraine's sovereignty and security. While challenges remain, the UK's bold move sets a precedent for continued international backing of Ukraine in its fight for freedom and territorial integrity.